Greetings one and all, and welcome back to Zayfard Plays Galactic Civilizations 3. So, in our last episode we were starting to really build up our military. We've actually started to give a bit more damage to the Snathi. Their fleet that was attacking our world down here is now an X-fleet. We have wiped it out with this nice, powerful fleet with our 2 caviars, our bonuses to our kinetics, and 4 decent kinetic ships. Okay, this fleet is absolutely no challenge to either of these 2 Snathi fleets, but it's a start. So, on today's episode, I'm going to be seeing what's over here because I know there's a shipyard, a starbase here somewhere. I think it's Snathi, but I'm not sure. Another Snathi around here somewhere. Hello? Hello, is that Snathi space? I believe it is, so the Snathi are sort of over here-ish. Is this Snathi? I'm not sure if it's Snathi, but this is definitely the area where the Snathi are. Okay, so this gives me some idea where to deal with them. Yeah, on today's episode, I'm going to be building up my fleet again. Hopefully getting it powerful enough to be a threat to the Snathi. That's the goal. Whether it happens or not is another matter. I'm also going to try and capture Waltstone 3. That's actually the big goal for me this episode. So actually, let's get a colonizer queued up. Good atmospheric cleansing is nearly done. Okay, what I'm going to have to do after this, I reckon, is have a boost in my logistics so I can get bigger fleets to deal with these guys. Because right now the Snathi have the big advantage just because of their fleet size. You know, I can't get ships, I can't get a fleet that large, so I am at a distinct disadvantage. Aha! Let us destroy this Snathi outpost. Make their lives a little bit less comfortable. Excellent. No damage to me and I've wiped out some of them. However, now we need to start prepping for the big attack on the Snathi because this is going to be nasty. I am definitely going to lose ships to this. There's no way I can survive all of that. Let's see, income's 222. Oh yeah, the Snathi are after me now, aren't they? They're seeing me as a threat, alright. And actually, in between episodes, if you remember last episode, I was going coercion. What the heck's that all about in this? I now know what this coercion negative is. When you go into governance, and you change the economy, and you put too much focus into one area, you'll get a negative to various production, either to production or to finance or to research, definitely to growth, through focusing in one area too much, and this is called coercion. Would be nice if it made more sense, explained it better in the game. I have to say coercion does not make sense as a name for that task, but that's what they've called it, so that is what was happening. Okay, I think a military starbase here. Boost the inertial, get some interceptors, shields, basically get everything on here we can do. Make this as tough as nails. Hopefully that'll be enough to deal with the Snathi, who are now running for the hills. And by hills I probably mean this fleet. Which is showing that it is definitely dangerous. Maybe not the best news for me. So let's move these into a slightly less obvious area. Hopefully it'll survive long enough. Nope, that's not going to survive. Okay. Wow, those Snathi are fast. Have I at least done some damage to them? Effectively, no. I took out one of their ships and they took one of mine in exchange, so effectively, no, I didn't do any good whatsoever. Okay, well this fleet's in place. Get you over towards our planets. In fact, oh, habitat improvement. Must remember to deal with that in a second. Let's get a shipyard queued up. Cancel this one. And in fact, go back to all of my worlds and get the habitat improvement. So, cancel military subsidies. What do I want? Right, well, population is definitely my weakest point here. And actually, more population would be good. Let's see. I think I'll put the extra population here. Get even more people on my capital. What about you? Now, you're a good research world. So I can get some more research here. Or I can get more population. Or approval. You know what? I think approval's going to be the most useful here. As for you... well, that's just research. That's a no-brainer for me. Yeah, I realise approval's a bit low and population is low, but... yeah, I can get a huge amount of science there. That's a no-brainer. Okay, what about this world? Approval, actually, I think is what it needs. See, I'll put some approval there. Cancel the research project. Make sure the research projects are cancelled. Okay, as for you, production would be good actually, or possibly population. You know what? We've got good manufacturing, but having a really extra population, I think will make a big difference here. At least I hope so. I'm making that gamble. As for you, got decent science. Population is pretty much maxed out, however. You know what? Let's get a bit more population. Here. Population is maxed out. Completely maxed out. So I think... more population again. This is just going to end up being a population boost, isn't it? I'm going to end up using all of this to boost my populations. Let's see. Population is maxed out here. Could do with more approval, actually. I think here's actually an approval world. Yeah, we'll get approval over this one. Population is maxed out. Got anywhere decent to put pop? Yes, I have. Okay, so I'll boost the population on this world. As I said, I generally reckon this is going to be a population focused area at times. Okay, so over there I'm going to put in entertainment centre because this is not a happy world. Hopefully that should be enough. Now, population is a bit low. So I think, well, let's see, where can I do it? Actually, I can't get a particularly good population boost. Yes, I can. That's a boost to it. Yep, population here again. Okay, as for this world, you know, the extra population would be useful. Yeah, I'll put that one here. Alter. Population is maxed out again. Pretty much all of my pops are maxed out. Extra happiness could be good. Extra population would be good. Having said that, extra production. Oh, however, there's a good population section. Yeah, extra population. I am really just going population heavy this time, aren't I? With a bit of luck. Let's see, yeah. Population here I think will work rather well. I'll be able to get enough population to be able to outdo the Snaffy in the UP. Okay, habitat improvement. Now, we're about to have a big population boost, but we haven't got a big approval, so we'll get an entertainment centre in here. Try and make the world a bit happier. As for you... happiness would be useful. Happiness would be very useful, actually. You know what? No, I'm going to wait on this world till it's actually finished. Okay. Shops. This is going to be a financial area. And what else would be useful here? Probably. I think by now you can guess what I'm going to suggest. That's right, it's population. More people is more people. And more people is good. Okay, well we'll leave those to run. Come back to all those as the turns progress. Okay, so this Snathy fleet is trying to give us a bloody nose. That's firepower's been heavily curtailed actually. You know what? Send these two fleets down to deal with those guys, see if I can't just take them out. Ah, research is completed, excellent. Atmospheric cleansing. Even the foulest and most toxic planetary environments can now be colonized by us. Good luck to the poor bastards who go for it. But at least they'll now have a fighting chance. Okay. Next thing, I could go for better farming. Which would be good. We can go for better research, which would be really good. Actually, that would be really, really good at this point. Deeper knowledge. Let's boost my research. Or the industrial replicate. Actually, I'm using a few of those. We'll do this first for 5 turns, then boost the research. And we're going to colonize Weltstone 3. Water reclamation. A new source of subterranean water has been discovered, which, if accessed, could dramatically help this colony. The water could be used to boost food production, or even just people's quality of life. Baths might be possible again, for example. What are your orders? Well, we could divert some of the water to food production and make as much as available as possible. Put your teeth back in, Zayfard. But make as much of it as available to the people as possible to ease the burden of our colony's onerous water. Or, which will give us +4 food production and +20% approval, which is pretty good. Or, we can't be wasteful with this bounty. Direct all the water to food production, which I'm going to do. I'm not even going to look at the benevolent one. Pragmatic will be useful, as will the food production. Ooh, this is a nice little world. Okay, good manufacturing there. Planetfall, so this is influence and wealth. That's not approval and wealth. So, could have a nice financial sector over here. What's this? Population. Oh, that's going to be a good population area. Okay, first things first. Bit of a factory. Then, now what's Bureau of Labour? Boast to everything. Okay, then finances over here. Excellent. Then some farms. Oh yeah, this can be quite good on the farming. You know what, get a huge amount there. See if I can fill in that gap with anything. No, okay. We'll put some more production over here. And I could get more finances. Or, let's see. This could be a good area for science, actually. Yeah, so there's going to be our science area. And let's see, Bureau of Labour here will give me a boost to everything around it. Yeah, and entertainment over here. Fantastic. Okay, well let's let this world build. We'll rush by a farm to start with. Get some more population on the world. Excellent, so that world's in a really good position. The Snathi are attacking us. Hopefully, they won't be doing that for long. We'll see what happens there. Okay, you're looking to settle somewhere, but there's not many worlds left to settle. There's definitely none around. Ah, there's another toxic world over there. Okay, build one of those, have that Next, I actually want that other world. Move you out the way. Put you on weight. Let's see ideology-wise. Need 115 for indispensable. We're on 43. Okay, so that's going to take quite some time. But that's going to be worthwhile. Okay, so. You always said I wanted food on. Well, let's get the food going. Make this a nice big world. Next idle colony. And what was it here? Ah yes, approval for this world. Another entertainment centre, so that should do us really nicely. This was definitely a farm world. That's going to get us a huge amount of population when that's finished. We might actually start hitting a 40 mark. Excellent, and a trade offer. You want from us defense systems, and you want cruelty treaty, a cultural treaty. No thank you. I don't think a cultural treaty is particularly useful to me at the moment. Now that research relic, that could be useful. Okay, the Snathi are beginning to get a bit damaged. Oh. No, that's still the world. Yeah, they're starting to get a bit damaged over here. The constant fighting is starting to hurt them. And they are leaving here alone, which is nice. Aha, Zorvac is done. And I was going to put research on there, if memory serves correct. That's going to give us a really good research boost. See, money's coming along okay. Not ready to buy anything yet. And this world needed approval. So a nice entertainment centre. Give us a nice big boost to how happy our people are. And happy people are productive people. This was definitely going to be a farm. Yeah, quite a bit of farms on the world, just not particularly well set out, sadly. This was a farm for sure. Get this world nice and large. Another farm. Most of these were farmed anyway. Get some really good populations going. At least that's the plan. We'll see if we succeed. And I'm sure these Snathi are getting more damaged each time they start an attack. I hope so, because I've got some pretty large fleets coming their way. Okay, victory likely, that's good. Excellent. Idle colony. Yeah, I was going to put food there. There's not a lot else this world's good for. Okay. Colony vessel. Where was that toxic world? Over here. Fantastic. Get you back in place. Waiting for the next ship. Now, sponsors. You've got Max, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We've got these defences coming out. That's fantastic. Okay. They are starting to take a pounding over there. That's good. We are hopeful they're going to do some real damage to them. Okay. New shipyard. So, the Minotaur. And... only one, but it's something, so yeah, we'll take that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Okay, let's get a creator in place. Then queue up something else, because that's not going to do particularly well. But let's get the creator. Then we'll just put the star base around here, start to improve the worlds from space. Go from there. Okay. Defeat is likely for you. That is a real shame. But if we put you on the planet, that should do a lot more damage. Get you into position to start doing, basically to mop up the survivors. And industrial replicators are done. This is the ultimate evolution of molecular fabrication. With industrial replication, we can create anything we want from anything we have. Fantastic. Okay, so let's get integrated research. We can get better researching. You've completed what you were doing. Excellent. So I'm thinking for you, military subsidies. Population is growing. We're going to get up to 39 there. Nice. And it's going to get better as time goes on, because I'm going to be getting better farms soon. In fact, might be time to try to trade for that. Okay. New Iconia is done. Well, back to military subsidies for you. Although actually, maybe research. Maybe. Let's see how we do on the diplomacy. Still the 4th military. Our population is pretty good. I mean, not compared to the Snathi, but we're doing okay. However, our population is going to be growing quite quickly, I hope. Okay. Yep. Dino farm over there. Let's get this world to be much, much larger. Much more, loads more people on it. Talis 2 is colonized. Aggressive natives. An aggressive species of sentient quadrupeds live in the forest and hills of this planet. They've resisted all attempts to communicate with them and have relentlessly attacked your colony since you arrived. Although no actual threat to your military, they can harass and easily slaughter unguarded civilians. And as is so often the case when the risk of slaughter is non-zero, morale amongst the colonists is low. What are your orders? Well, we could ramp up our native outreach efforts. Even if we lose a few people doing it, this effort will make our colony an advertisement to the galaxy of our culture's kind and sympathetic nature. It will reduce our growth rate, but give us plus 20 influence, which will be useful. Or keep our colonists behind our defensive fortifications at all times. They might not like it, but with no great outdoors to enjoy, they might at least get more done. So that'll give us reduction to approval, but a boost to our productivity, which will be nice. Or wipe the natives out. Wipe out the ones that don't hide. If they hide somewhere, they're fine. I think at this point, actually, I'm going to go for the influence on this one. Benevolence points and boost our cultural outrage. Okay, so we've got research and wealth. Population, wealth, research. I see this being a really good research world. Okay, get production in place first. Then farms in place. Lots of farms. Now, research. Huge amount of research. Let's see, I can improve here. I may put a technological capital there. Would make sense. Make this a huge research area. And over here we'll do some culture. So let's see. Preparedness Center is a boost to approval. So not that useful for what I'm doing. So influence growth over here. Okay, this world is going to be an absolute monster of tech. Holy crud. Damn. I thought I got away with that. Clearly not. Okay. And yeah, our influence is certainly shrinking here. We've got good population, but yeah, we really can't get anyone out there. Okay, this world's complete and is definitely a research world. Lots of extra research in here. This world's complete, so I'm going to make that military subsidies. Excellent. Okay, so the Snathi are attacking the world. Now they are going to defeat us. That goes without saying. But we might just be able to give them a bloody nose. We took out one ship. Joy. Oh, the people of the Exis Empire find themselves in dire need. Precursor traditions. As you're a minor race, yes, you may have that. Okay, let's see how bad this is. Okay, good. I've destroyed them, but they have taken a lot out of us. Right. Okay, I'm going to have to pull this back. And we're going to have to resupply the fleet. But we have done a lot of damage to the Snathy. Good. I think at this point, this was going to get manufacturing bonus. Okay, growth is going nicely here. Excellent, so we're doing okay in the growth rate. Let's see, what does that do for us on the diplomacy side? Still the second most populous. 14% of the UP vote, so that's not too bad until you look at the Snathy. Okay, here... You know what, I'm going to put in a colonial hospital. Get this world to grow a bit faster. And hopefully improve the world itself. Minotaur, you are complete then? No, I missaw that. Military subsidies for you. As for Zogon, that's going to be military subsidies. I definitely need fleets to be built quickly. Okay. Get you in position as a starbase. Economic ring is definitely what we're going to want. So, factory, research, recreation, market, and as we're near the Snathy, lots of defence, lots and lots and lots of defence. Then we'll finish off the rest of these. So quite some... Okay, 14 turns before all that's done. That's not long at all. So that's pretty good news, actually. Okay, so we have made a bit of a hit onto the Snathy, so that's pretty good. And Zorak 3 is done. Excellent. Except it isn't done. Approval. That's what I needed. Entertainment Centre. Okay, fantastic. So, the Snathy are definitely proving to be a thorn in my side. But they're not too bad. Whoa, that's a lot of fleet. That's a lot of ships. Okay. Well, it does look like we've got rid of the worst of the Snathy, so that's a good sign. Let's see, what's our military power? We're back down to 5th. Doesn't surprise me, as we don't have many fleets, and we've lost most of them. Okay. We'll get down to military subsidies again. Is that the best for this? Yeah. Just get more production done. Oh yeah, you're looking for worlds to settle as well, aren't you? Well, we got to these lovely worlds first. Ah, excellent. We now have enough to go do some serious trading with. Excellent. Let's check the bazaar for the latest level of stuff. Let's see. You'll give us extra money. Okay, that's not bad at all. Better for kinetic, which is good for us. This is more kinetic. Ooh, hello. Constructs a star base that'll instantly culture flip a non-capital planet in every effect. That could be useful. Ooh. That's the one. The Helmder. Basically a a massive caviar ship. Fantastic. Okay, let's have you wait here. Let's see, I've got 10 fleet size to play with. So, 2 more of the glaciers. I think that's the best move at this stage. Speaking of research, integrated research is done. In the last few years, we've made great strides in our understanding of the universe, and now require larger academies to facilitate the multidisciplinary studies needed to push back the veil further. The researchers are all demanding something called a faculty bar. Faculty bars seem reasonable. Okay. Excellent, well, let's go back to engineering, I think. Let's see, I can start going self-heating hulls, or towards massive scale construction. That's what I want. They have better hit points, reduce manufacturing costs, or higher capacity. I think at this point actually the extra capacity would be invaluable. So, high capacity hull, 8 turns, then we're going to start going for the massive ships. Try and scare the Snathi that way. Hopefully it'll do some good. However, I'm afraid we are now all out of time for today's episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's certainly been a productive episode. We've managed to push the Snathi back from our worlds, which is a great start, and we're now back to 3 star bases. So we are definitely in a good way. Our population is growing really well. We're still solidly the second highest population, with half the population of the Snathi, which is an issue, but I have no idea how the Snathi are so powerful. And they really are just running away with it. They're basically first in everything apart from money and approval. So yeah, on the next episode, we're going to be having the UP vote, I'm pretty sure of it. And I'm also going to be trying to boost my population a bit more, boost my weaponry, try and do something to deal with the Snathi. Who I now know where they are. Excellent! Fantastic, I've now seen the Snathi. So in fact, what I'm going to have to try and do soon then is start trying to invade some of their worlds. I'm going to have a think about this between episodes, and we'll start dealing with them on the next episode. We're going to be trying to boost our fleets, trying to get our worlds bigger, and just dealing with the UP. But that is for the next episode. I do hope you've enjoyed today's, and I do hope you'll join me for the next episode. But, until then, farewell.